I just got myself a spacer laser. Yeehaw! Wow, wow, wow. Bark, bark, bark. Bowie, wowie, bark, bark. Get over here. Boom, one shot. Yeah, that was awesome. Ding a ding, 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 ding.
Who likes good news? Everyone? Then good news, everyone!
Game?
How does it feel to be owned by potassium?
It feels pretty miserable.
If it walks like a furnace and quacks like a furnace, it's a furnace.
I hate you, dragon. Yeah. 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 Bum ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da da ba da da ba da da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba. I think that was probably the closest you've ever gotten with that Zelda thing. With the Zelda, what am I trying to say here? Command. Zelda command. 2 seconds. That was very close.
Like
very, very close.
Quacks like a furnace.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So I feel like I haven't had a lot of like congestion or anything like that until today. And starting like kind of sort of last night, kind of this morning, I just feel, I mean, you guys can kind of hear it, right? You can kind of hear just a little bit of congestion. I have a very, very, very slight cough. But yesterday and the day before, I was pretty miserable. I was, By the way, Landrider, thank you so much for the resubscription. I appreciate that so much. I can do my best. I will do my best to sing Peanut Butter and Jelly. I'm peanut butter and you are jelly and we're so happy on our little piece of bread. Wow, it already sounds bad. I remember the day that I first saw you sitting across the cupboard with your little jelly friends. You are sweet and
I am chunky, you're low fat. Well, I'm working on that. 'Cause I'm peanut butter and you are jelly, and we're so happy on our little piece of bread. That's the best you are gonna get. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I have to give shout outs to everybody who's here. I appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out. We've got Grandpa, we've got Science Park. Science Park is not in my Discord, which is totally fine, but I always feel bad if there's a change in stream scheduling, because if I remember, I'll send them a Twitch whisper, but I was so out of it and delirious over the last 2 days that I did not do that. So I apologize. I was so sick the last couple days. I have been fevered, and it has been a time. We've got KM. How are you, KM? Good to see you. Landrider, thanks again for your resubscription. I do appreciate that so much. Let's see, who else? We've got AMD, Susie and the Suzettes. That's grub cakes to you. Well, it's the battle of the Suzettes and the grub cakes, apparently. We've got Jane. Jane just said on the Discord that they just beat Guacamelee 2. Highly recommends it. Had a great time. I also recommend it. The Guacamelee games are great. Made by Drinkbox Studios, same studio that does
Nobody Saves the World, which I'm also having a fun time playing. Silent Techno, how are you? Did I take good drugs? You know what? I actually didn't take anything today. So when I woke up last night, well, okay, I would say I woke up last night, but that's not entirely true because I never really went to sleep last night. And I feel like I look like I haven't slept. I tried to make myself look presentable, but you know, there's only so much you can do. We've got Michael and DJ. What about a flu really did a number on your voice? Oh wait, voice mod, never mind. Yeah, so last night I knew I was probably going to have trouble sleeping because I was like, all right, I think my fever broke. I don't think I'm going to be hot and cold. But I slept kind of on and off a lot yesterday, just kind of laying in bed. But I was constantly like sweaty and just I could not regulate my body temperature. And so I was sweaty, but then I was cold, but then I was sweaty, and then I was cold. I went through like 3 rotations of blankets, all of which I've been washing all day today. But last night I started to feel there are no good drugs for purchase anymore. I took ibuprofen, which actually really helped because I mostly just felt sore. I just felt kind of like achy and sore all over. Do I have COVID? Do I have the flu? I don't know. I have no idea. Does it really matter? Probably not really. Ander has now come down with it today. This is my first Dr. Pepper in 2 days. Just FYI, all your eyes. Auden is fine. Hers lasted a day. And then she was over it. She was totally fine. She had a fever. She was, you know, kind of sort of, she was mostly just sleepy. She was really sleepy. She slept a lot. But honestly, that, like, she kicked it really fast. I had the worst of it yesterday and the day before, and now Ander has come down with it. But he doesn't have a fever. But I feel like now I feel congested a little bit. But I don't have a super bad cough, which is great. Honestly, it could be so much worse. I was really lucky that Ander was home because I was able to just kind of rest. I played a lot of Stardew Valley on Monday, and then yesterday I didn't even feel like doing that. I literally just laid in bed and listened to my audiobook in and out because sometimes I'd fall asleep and be like, I don't remember where I was. Oh, I guess I should backtrack a little bit. But I legitimately feel like I did not sleep a wink last night. I was hot and cold. I went through like 4 different blankets of differing heaviness, and I eventually moved out on the couch because Ander was congested and he was snoring, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna sleep in here. So, but I was like, he's probably gonna get sick, so I didn't want to tell him to go out and sleep out on the couch. So anyway, I feel like I feel like I literally never slept at all last night. So we'll see how long I last today. I might have to sign off at 2:30 and take a quick like half-hour nap before I go get Charlotte from the bus. I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, though, it's been a really long time since I have gotten sick. I can't think of the last time I actually got like legitimately sick, especially with a fever. So I consider myself pretty lucky. My dad is coming into town next week, and Charlotte's birthday is next week. And so I'm grateful that it's all happening right now instead of it happening next week. Charlotte is the last one who hasn't gotten it yet. And she was like, nobody touch me. And I was like, come on now. You're probably the one who brought it home. I told everybody this was going to happen. I was like, you just mark my words. Charlotte is going to start school. And within the first 3 weeks, one of us is going to come down with something. I was right. But it wasn't Charlotte, which is weird. So if she does come down with it, hopefully it will all be said and done by the time, my dad gets here. And, hey, Napsy, how are you? I'm okay. Like, I don't feel horrible, but I could feel better. Did Ander whisper positive affirmations as he rubbed your head? Like, Susie, you don't know it, but you're full of stars. Ander didn't want to be anywhere near me. Are you kidding? He was like, please don't get me sick. And I was like, I will try, but we kind of share a bedroom, and I'm sorry. We have 2, like, twin XL beds with 2 separate, like, they're pushed together, but they're, like, 2 separate box, like, frames. And, like, yeah, because he has restless leg and runs, like, 5 miles in his sleep. And the best thing we ever did was divide our bed up into, like, 2 pieces, because now I can actually like sleep without him like waking me up in the middle of the night from like all his leg movements. And so I would say that when I said, well, we share a bedroom, I mean, we technically share a bed, yeah, but like it's like 2 separate beds. I washed all my sheets. I've been washing all the blankets. I felt pretty good last night. I even took a shower. I washed my hair. I was exhausted after the fact, but like, like I just feel, I don't know. Wait, what did KM say? Caffeine is supposed to be good against headaches. There are tablets combining aspirin and caffeine. If Ander gets a fever, then the only prescription is more cowbell. No Bob Barker. No. I just did Stardew Valley. That's hard to say. Does baldness run on your mom's side of the family? Because that's where it comes from, apparently. Hey, it's Hayes! I can't wait for the sniffle and flu that my child would get us from daycare. Yep. They're like, hey, so, how about you pay us this much money and you'll get a new virus every single week? Oh, and Rumi, I missed that. I'm so sorry. I'm here and I'm okay with that. And like, I'm happy to be here. But like I said, we'll see how long I last, because I may have to sign off at like 2:30 and just lay down for like 30 minutes. But at the same time, I told myself I wasn't going to take a nap today because I was like, you know what? I have no self-control. Like I thought about canceling the stream today. And then I was like, I have no self-control when it comes to sleeping and like waking myself up. I will set an alarm, I'll sleep for 30 minutes, and then I'm always like, I feel too good and cozy. And so I turn my alarm off and then I sleep for longer and then I completely screw up my nighttime sleep. So the best thing I can do, honestly, is to just push through today. I've made it this far. Hey, it's Lindsay! I was gonna say, how are you feeling? Back at work with a mask on. Laying down sounds so nice. Yeah, so you had a fever too, yeah? Oh, I'm so sorry. How about you pay us money and you get a new virus every week? HelloFresh has really changed their business model. Dude, yeah, that's like nap stream. People do that, man. I don't know. So, A few things. This coming Monday is Labor Day. I'll post this on the Discord, but I would really love to do some community stuff. Fall Guys is free. It's cross-platform. You can get it on anything and play with anyone. Among Us is also cross-platform. We've done Among Us before, but I feel like Among Us attracts a lot of young people, which is not a problem, but I don't want to encourage young people to be joining random people's Discords and like talking in the Discord. So if we do Among Us, I will probably hide the code and make it only available to like, I'll probably create like a channel, like a locked channel. That way if people, if they do join the Discord, they can't get the code. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not trying to like discriminate, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep people safe. Listen, I love the youths. I worked with youth for years in my old church congregation, and I loved them. All I'm saying is, it makes things a little chaotic when you have a bunch of 12-year-olds join your stream all of a sudden. I've actually never played Jackbox. No, I have not. I also have Gang Beasts. I have Gang Beasts both on Steam, and I have Gang Beasts on my Switch. So if anybody gets those games, let me know what platform they're on, and we can do some Gang Beast action, because that sounds really, really fun. Jackbox is great, but also invites shenanigans. Okay, what kind of shenanigans? Are we talking like youth shenanigans, or are we talking like... I do love shenanigans. Can confirm, I do. No, Gang Beasts is not cross-platform, and Towerfall does not have online play. Honestly, if I had my way, I would just play Towerfall. I would just have us all play Towerfall. Joe introducing me to Towerfall when he was here a couple weeks ago was like the best thing ever. But it doesn't support online play. So, Fall Guys today, I happen to be undefeated. Oh, people will spell out bad words. Oh, that makes sense. I mean, it's stupid and kind of childish, but whatever. I do love tomfoolery. That's a great word. So, I mean, there are multiple things we can do. We can also do words on stream, you know, we can just chat, I don't know, but I'll have the watch party, or I'm sorry, like the multiplayer, like voice channel open. So anybody that wants to chat and come in, whether you're playing the game or not, you don't have to be playing a game to be like chatting in the microphone, you know, on the voice channel. But anyway, so that's going to be this coming Monday, provided nothing catastrophic happens. But just as a heads up, oh, I forgot to change my watch party thing. Just as a heads up, there will be a watch party this coming, oh my gosh, we're almost in September. What is this Monday? Is it the, this Monday is the 4th. 4th. Okay, so there will be a watch party this coming Saturday. Whoa, nope, that was Monday. I'm so sorry. What am I thinking? Oh my gosh, I cannot keep my mind straight. The 2nd. Okay, wow, I am not thinking clearly. You'd think I hadn't slept. Okay. There will be a watch party this coming Saturday, but there will not be one the following Saturday. What is going on here? This is a problem. Ugh. There won't be one the following Saturday because it'll be Charlotte's birthday Saturday. So, yeah. Just FY, all your eyes. So, upcoming Labor Day stream, and then no watch party. And next week's streams are going to be kind of weird because my dad will be here from the 5th to the 9th, but my dad... My dad also needs his naps, so there's a really good chance that he's gonna need to go to his like Airbnb and nap while Auden naps, which is totally fine. I've thrown out there possibly playing Halo together, but he hasn't answered me yet, so and I don't even own it, so I would have to fix that. But I wouldn't do anything about that unless he actually said he wanted to play it with me. And then I would probably go purchase it. But he hasn't mentioned it yet, so I haven't done anything. Colorful language. Landrider still maintains that the best ever Quiplash answer was an alternative title to Coldplay. Sub-Zero. Substandard. That sounds like something Michael would say. Like when basically dad used to tune in all the time back when he was a stay-at-home dad. What did you call him? You called him, I think it was Standard Father. Sounds like something Zybotch would come up with. Your favorite Mormon swear, 8-bit cross-stitch. Son of an 8-bit cross-stitch. Yeah, that definitely happened. That was a good time. Okay, so a watch party is when we all get together on the Discord and you join what's called a voice channel, and you can, depending on the role you have in Discord, you have access to certain things. So depending on how long you've been in my Discord, you get access to using your microphone and access to using your webcam. Everybody has access to using the chat, which is just like this. It's like the same like chat box for Twitch. But once you've been on the Discord for long enough, I mostly am just making sure everybody follows my rules, follows my guidelines, and eventually you'll be bumped up to be able to use your microphone, and then eventually you'll be bumped up to be able to use your webcam. And so we get together on Saturdays and we watch, right now we're watching Gravity Falls together. So we get together in the watch party, like voice channel, and some people have their cameras on and some people don't. Some people have their microphones on, some people don't. I usually have my camera on just because I'm the one hosting it. And then we just watch a bunch of episodes together. We watch as many as we can fit in the time I have been given. Joined a month ago? Yeah, no, you've been pretty active. I need to go through and kind of take a look, see through all the new people that have joined. Because as I grow and more people start to join, I have to kind of keep, I want to make sure that there are standards that are met and whatnot. So my face becomes spoilers? Oh, I was hoping that wasn't the case. I try not to do that. I try really hard not to do that. Oh my goodness. So we watch a show together and it's lots of fun. Like a Rolex. You do not mess around with football. No way. Okay. Oh no! Oh, we're in the worst one. Okay. Favorite place. Okay, we'll say I like the music in this place. Discord says I should be thrusted. I shall not. Trusted. My favorite dungeon in this whole game is the color dungeon, actually. I hate this dungeon, though. I hate this dungeon so much. Ah! Oh, pots. Right? Yeah. Oh, this one just has, like, multiple... It's like a water temple where you have, like, multiple floors, but there's no water. Oh, this place is awful. I don't feel like I sound that bad, but maybe I'm wrong. I sound worse now than I did, like, yesterday. I didn't sound bad at all yesterday. I was
If
just
it walks
very,
like a furnace and quacks like a furnace,
I was just
it's a
cold.
furnace.
I was so cold. 2 nights ago, like Sunday night, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I could not... Oh, I remember you. You're, like, the worst. I'm pretty sure he takes, like, 3
I like
hits.
saying Hail Mary because my name's
Potts
Mary.
is the new beans. Ah, Potts. So not only do we have, like, multiple floors, but we also have this situation where we have, like, the raisy, folly things. You know what I mean? See, I already don't know where to go. What? Oh, I did just get a key, didn't I? Way to go, Susie. Okay, let's see if we can do this. It is called Discord. It's true. No, we'll get there. We will get there. I can't remember how many episodes we have left until... I think we only have like 2 episodes until the season 1 finale. Which one did we watch? Was Several Times the last one we watched because we sat and talked about boy bands forever? Oh, yes! This freaking thing! Ugh. I remember feeling so proud of myself for beating this entire temple without any help. This is the worst temple. You gotta knock the pillars down. Yeah, because there are like multiple... Ah! Yeah, that pillar. Oh. Yeah. So there's one. That one was easy. Why are the spikes, like, even more threatening? That's what it was. Yeah, it was the boy band episode. I don't remember exactly how many more we have, but we're pretty close to the season 1 finale. But the season 2 episode that kind of changes everything honestly doesn't happen until like episode 11 or something. I thought it happened earlier than that, but it doesn't. Okay, so don't drop this. Wait, yes. No! Wait a minute. I didn't realize I was gonna... I thought he was just gonna... Oh, I thought he was just gonna put it down. He threw it. Somebody clip that. Don't drop this. Ah! Well, could you just put it down? Oh, no! Oh, yeah! Goodness, okay. Look! Oh, what? Is there a button for you to just put it down? No, you have to freaking toss it. Okay. Oh my gosh. For the... Okay. I've never seen The Mandalorian. I've heard really good things about it, but I've never actually seen it. Oh, isn't Katie Sackhoff in it? Ugh. Not like Katie Sackhoff. Whoa, that was really close. Okay, wait a minute. So you can't throw it down there? Because I thought that was part of the frustration with this thing was that you could just like toss it down a hole. Do I still have a fairy? I do. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of you because you are problematic. Yep. Okay, what is it? 1, 2, 3. Wait! Oh, I know. Awesome. Okay. Are you the same? Oh my! Okay. How is those things? Oh! Awesome. Great. I love Katie Sackhoff. Why no like? She played my least favorite character in Battlestar Galactica. Oh, she drove me crazy. Ugh. Lukewarm is not ideal. Can I fall down that hole? Maybe that's the problem. I need to fall down that hole? I'm scared. Yeah! See? Oh. Okay, hold on. Hey, it's Cody! How's it going, Cody? Happy... Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Wait! Oh. Okay, yeah, no, I recognize where I am. So you can't throw the thing down here. Right? Yeah, no. You have to... Oh, this place is so confusing. Okay. What the Kirby? Oh! Ah! Are you Kirby? What are you? What is your job? I said, don't drop this. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I hope you're doing okay. Do you have like, I mean, well, you're here, so you have some sort of power. I don't know if you're on like your phone or if you're on your computer. Ooh, you know what? I will not lie though. I hope we get some rain out of it. That makes me feel really bad. Formerly known as Travis Nunn, I changed to more of Twitch nickname. So Cool T Games, formerly known as Travis. Excellent. Happy you're here. We are good, thankfully. It went more north. Cool's here. Oh, there's a staircase. Okay, wait. What? Now, oh. Okay, that was awesome. I thought you could throw this... Oh, that is helpful. You know what? Oh, what? Yeah. Maybe this won't be so bad. Like, maybe I just have really bad memories of the last time I did this? I don't know. Yeah, Kirby's the real final boss. Yeah, I feel... That must be so scary to live in a place that... Well, haven't you already been through one hurricane? I swear. Didn't you have to, like, move or something because your house got, like, swept away? Then there were none. I don't know if I want to do this. I can't decide. Whoa! It's Martin! Martin, I need your help. I need your help figuring out my... Oh. I need your help figuring out my voice mod blocking. Oh, these freaking guys. Oh, beans. Dang it! Oh, but you guys are together! Oh! Dang it! Ah! Darn. Oh, yeah! Okay. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. Excellent dodging. Cody is a dodging master. Yeah, Cody's had a rough little while, man.
Good news,
Oh, Martin, thank you so much.
Good news, everyone.
Beans! Oh, you're in the process of selling that house too, so I dodged a hurricane twice today. Good gracious. I saw something today that said, "Well, paint my hair blue and call me Marge, cause I love you, homie." And I was like, oh my gosh, that needs to be my, my like chat thing that comes up when somebody subscribes. Oh. Here comes the hard part. I have to throw the thing over the thing. I have to throw it over there, and then I have to find a way to get back in there. Okay. Yeah. All right. I am getting over something. I don't know. A cold. COVID. I'm not entirely sure. I had a fever for 2 days. That was really fun. Good time. Good times. But streaming always makes me feel better. Song with no lyrics because of flu. That was probably scary. I wish we got some rain over here. We could really use it. Oh my gosh, you guys. I got the most interesting comment on... Oh no, this is not what I wanted. Ah! Oh. Where... Okay, wait. Can I push? No. I had the most interesting comment on one of my YouTube videos. Happened in the middle of the night, because I was up, like, all night. Somebody commented and said they had a hard time. Now, I only want to discuss this if we can do this in a way that is no spoilers, because I know there are people in chat that haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom or haven't played it yet or whatever. I hope I'm doing this right. Okay, it's supposed to stay there, and then I'm supposed to come and find it somehow. Cold Vidlu is one of them. Stop the craggle! Ah, the craggle! Anyway, this person said that they have a hard time feeling any sort of emotional response to the end of the game. I think it was on my... Yeah, I think it was on, like, the finale. But they said they blame Zelda for everything that happens. And they said, I just didn't have... it's hard for me to feel any sort of... oh, it is Kirby. You get out of here. They said it's hard for me to feel any sort of sympathy because I feel like Zelda is the reason everything happened with the calamity. Hold on, let me read it, because it was so interesting. Victim blaming is real. Oh, I need to charge my phone. Okay, let me see what it said. It was so interesting, and I was like, oh, we're definitely going to discuss that. Okay. This person says, I just don't think the story was that good. They rushed the moments between the characters to make me care for them fully. And while I grew to respect Zelda, I just can't help but blame her for the events of the calamity and for awakening Ganon. Even in Ocarina of Time, she's been the cause of the screw-ups in the story. And I just don't like the voice acting, so the emotion just doesn't match what is happening on screen. Not to mention the 4Kids-level deaths and moments that just ruined said deaths and moments of pain. They were limited by that E10 plus rating so hard. Thoughts? Obviously, they're wrong. I just find that so interesting that they would feel like Zelda is to blame for pretty much everything. I hadn't really thought about that. But, I mean, that's at the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom, right? You go down beneath the castle. Chiron, how are you? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, and that's how I feel. It was just so, it was such an interesting look at it that I was just like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have to kind of discuss that, because that was never how I felt ever. Can I not? Okay, so you're just invincible. All right, you're probably supposed to like suck up a bomb or something. She was not to blame. It was going to be happy, like Michael said. Totally agree. Ganon was going to come back no matter what. Zelda actually helped. Ganon always comes back. Well, and like I said, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that hasn't played it yet. But I just had never thought of that before. I would never... This game, Tears of the Kingdom, gave me so much more respect for her. One of these freaking guys again? I feel like we've done this. Ah! Oh my gosh! That was so fast! He was like, on that. Yeah. Well, that was not a lot of craziness, but okay. It was just like, he was ready, baby. He was ready with that bomb. He didn't even like, hello? There we go. Because you are rational. Now, it could be that this person is also just kind of, you know, wanting to start an argument. I don't know. There are people like that. There are people that do that all the time. Alcondros, how are you? 'Tis been a bit. Oh, I was fevered for 2 days. Fever. I'm on fire. Oh! Okay. Oh! Maybe this will put me where I need to be. Go. I don't know. She isn't to blame for any of that. Raru's grip on Ganondorf was loosening, which was why the gloom escaped. See, I don't know. Landrider says, I see. So this person must not truly equate child with still learning how to think through consequences. Well, and I feel like any Zelda game that does not have, if they were to make a Zelda game that had a mature rating, I feel like they would probably face a ton of backlash because it's always been a family-friendly franchise. And I just feel like they would lose so many people. I thought it was all perfect. I thought it was all absolutely perfect. I had no qualms with the story whatsoever. I thought the ending was perfect. I thought the pinnacle, like the peak of finding all the dragon's tears and all that stuff, I thought it was a masterpiece. Is this person trying to just start an argument? Maybe, but I did have to ask myself, well, was she the reason? Because she went down underneath the castle with Link, but at the same time, it would have happened anyway, right? Like, there wasn't any reason. Like, what did she do that made that happen? I don't know. Interesting. Because you were Russian. She isn't to blame for any of that. Raru, oh, I already read that. Raru's, Napsy says, the Calamity and Ganondorf were going to do their thing no matter what. She is only to blame if we say that she should have unlocked her powers sooner in Breath of the Wild, and by not doing it, so led to these events. But was that really her fault? It would have only delayed the inevitable. That's true. According to some lore in Tears of the Kingdom, the castle was built on top of Ganondorf to seal him there, but the Calamity damaged the castle. Oh, man. The lore stuff is, like, the lore stuff people come up with is totally insane. It's wild. It's wild, man. Just throw a couple hundred Kukos at Ganon. Take that! And that! I'm looking for a door. Oh, maybe this is it. I beg your pardon. I think you have a recorder. This clip never ceases to crack me up. Oh. Boys! What? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, he is. He's playing a oh my gosh. Well, I have a piece of power. Smack. In the face. Yeah, apparently. Okay. I do not remember this at all. Ow. Beans! 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 The magical lentil! Dang it! I have a piece of power. Shoot! Gosh, dang it, all the heck! Gee, dang it! Take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it! Okay, that one, that one. Oh, I can't keep them all straight. This is so bad. I don't remember this mini-boss, but I hate it. Can I just throw a bomb up there at you? Like, come on. No. Just button mash. Yeah. You lousy so-and-so. Those creeps were some of my best friends. You'll pay. I'll never forget you. Oh! I do remember that guy. Okay. Oh yeah, it's all coming back to me. I played this game right when it came out on the Switch, and I don't remember this game. Really? Oh, well there you go.
Yeah, because I had just, you were like accusing Michael so adamantly. Yeah.
Door? New command? I don't even remember what I said. I think ultimately they don't like the voice actor, and they literally said so, but still respect their opinion, and these convos help keep the franchise going and in people's minds, which is good.
Did you guys see that? I did it!
I do agree. Listen, I did not think
If it walks like a furnace
I
and
did not
quacks like a
think
furnace,
the voice
it's a
acting
furnace.
was incredible. I will be honest. I thought the voice acting could be a little bit better. But that's fine. I thought Ganon was great. I liked all the Whoa, we are jumping some guns. Who needs to do the rest of the place? I got the nightmare key already. Let's just go. Let's just do it. The guy that voice Link did the best. Okay. Bluey. I did not think the voice acting was great, but I also didn't have like major issues with it. I don't know. I thought Ganon was great. Zelda was okay. I don't know. I didn't love it. Wow, what are you? Okay. There are like chests down yonder that I cannot. Oh, I am so turned around. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I do have a key. Good situation. That did me no good. I don't understand! Wait, supplies. Is it honest with me right now? My baby. Oh, baby. I hope she went to sleep. Air hasn't come in to, is that who did her voice? Patricia Somerset? I don't know. It was okay. It was fine. But I was not one to be like in love with it. I don't understand where I'm going. I will take that. What happens if I fall down here? It's Hulk! Second Zelda game. Oh.
I think I made a mistake. Maybe? It's Collector! How's it going? To be fair, I feel like I am not entirely conscious because I didn't sleep, like, at all last night. But I am definitely better than I was yesterday and the day before. I am back in the land of the living. Okay, so this was the second Zelda game Hulk ever finished. What was the first one you ever finished? This is a great one. Did you play, like, this one, like the remake, or did you play the original on, like, the Game Boy? This remake is really cute. Oh! How do I get... Oh! How do I get over there? I don't remember. Oh, wait a minute. I could... Okay. Oh, this place is so confusing. Hey, it's Ron Stoppable! Well, I have my Dr. Pepper here, which I haven't had in 2 days because I was fevered and I was sick and I did not feel well. Oh, no. Oh, wait. What happens if I go down here? Oh, I remember. I remember business. This place! Yeah, this is not a place to do when you haven't slept. I'm doing well. Eagerly awaiting my new GPU delivery today. Hey, I know what that feels like. I have now finally built my own PC, and I know what that feels like. That is a very good feeling. I'm getting my new pop filter. This broke. This ghetto guy right here. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it's really sad. Yeah, see how it's like broken? Yeah. Anyway, this is coming in the mail tomorrow. A new one, but it's like fancy because it's made to fit the curvature of my microphone. It was kind of a weird
Well, that just deals my picture.
situation. Oh, I did. I glued it, and then the rest of it wouldn't go back together. So I was like,
Just
you know
know
what?
I'm with you in
Oh,
spirit.
it's cracked in like 4 different places. Okay, Martin redeemed story time.
If it walks like a furnace and quacks like a furnace, it's a furnace.
Story time. Trying to think of a story about my mom. So when I was younger, I had these, I was the only girl in my entire Sunday school class. And our Sunday school class, we were, it was always the same. Oh, Hulk says we don't talk about it. X involved. Oh, but since you asked, it was Ocarina of Time. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I don't know how to get over there. Oh my gosh, yes I do! Kind of. Oh! Wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. Yeah. Wait, what? So, because the way the Sunday school classes worked, it was all just based on your age. So we just had the same, I just was in the same Sunday school class with the same kids because we didn't really have anybody else new move into our church congregation, like our boundaries. The way that Mormon wards, sorry, we call them wards. It's our congregation, but we call them wards. Every ward has a boundary, and whoever is a member of the church that lives in that ward boundary is a member of a certain ward. So even if you aren't a member of the church, you're in some ward boundary somewhere. So if you were to put your address in the church's website, you could find what ward you're in, and you could go to that ward. And you'd show up, and everybody would be like, oh my gosh, who are you? It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming. Tell me your name. Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. You'd be like fellowshipped so hard. So we didn't have anybody new move into our boundaries because we were kind of an older area. And so we didn't get a whole lot of new move-ins. And so I grew up with the same Sunday school class pretty much. And it was all boys and they were all jerks and I hated them. And they were so mean. And, I could never really figure out why. And my dad was like, well, maybe they have crushes on you. And I was like, well, okay. But like, I hate that whole, well, boys are just mean to you because they have a crush on you, because that just teaches boys that it's okay to be mean to girls that they have crushes on. And it also teaches girls to accept poor behavior as romantic behavior. It like teaches girls to be okay with being treated poorly because somehow that means boys liked them. Anyway, so I was never down with that. But when I was in like 9th grade, I was talking on the phone to my crush, and somebody knocked on our door. It was like a Friday night. Somebody knocked on our door. And when I peeked through the front window, there was a person standing on my front porch wearing a trench coat and a like flat-brimmed hat, you know? I couldn't see their face. And I was like, there is literally there's like a creepy person standing out on my front porch. I was like, I've got to go. So I hung up the phone and I kind of like peeked out the door, and this kid turned around, and it was a kid from my neighborhood, and he chucked a water balloon at me, and I was able to close the door really fast, and he ran off, and I saw all these other boys like running around our house. We had gotten like, they were converging on our house. All the boys that were in my Sunday school class were converging on my house with water balloons. And I ran into I ran into my mom's room. It was me, my mom, and my sister that were home. I ran into my mom's room and I was like, all the boys from the neighborhood are outside with water balloons. And my mom was like, oh, heck no. We've got water balloons downstairs. Go get that bucket. We had a full-blown water balloon fight. My mom and I, and my sister, I think we basically like kind of roped into it, but we also kind of sort of made sure she was like safe. We had like I know, right? I don't even know why I opened the door. I should have ran and gotten my mom first. Maybe I saw a glimpse of his face first and realized I knew him. I don't really know, but we had a full-blown water balloon fight in our front yard and backyard. And at one point, they locked us out of the house, and then we climbed in through a window, and then we locked them out of the house. It was absolute chaos, and it was a blast, and we had so much fun, and my mom was in on it the whole way. She got the hose out. She was hosing boys down left and right. My mom was, like, savage. And she was like, not on my watch! We're not going down without a fight! And then I remember being like, this is it. This is it. This is that aha moment where like we all suddenly become friends. We had this one moment together where we had this amazing experience. It was like one of those summertime, late night, it was like something in a novel, right? Like you can't even write that. I mean, I guess you can, but you can write it and people would be like, oh, that would never happen. It totally did happen. And I was like, this is it. We're going to be totally, totally friends. Everything's going to be great. I'm going to be like besties with these boys now. And none of us are going to have problems ever again. I think it was like a Friday night. Come Sunday, they acted like none of it happened. And I've never had anything. I've never talked to any of them about it. Like it may as well have never happened. The fact that they were like in my house, locking me out of the house, me locking them out of the house, them lobbing water balloons at me and stuff, not a single one of the boys acted like it had happened. And I was heartbroken because I was positive that was going to be the one moment that changed my entire summer and made it so much less miserable to go to Sunday school because I was bullied there. I was bullied by all those boys all my life. And they all acted like it never happened. What was the point? I don't know. I hear Mormons make excellent neighbors. No drinking means no late night partying. And chances are they are CIA, so you should be safe. Yeah. Members of the church are actually very commonly in Secret Service because a lot of times because they serve missions, they already know languages. And because a lot of times they're just really trustworthy. Doesn't mean all members of the church are. But yeah, I was devastated. I was so devastated. I was positive that was going to be like the game-changing, like this is going to change my life. This is going to be an amazing experience, and like we're all going to be best buddies now. No. Kids can be mean. They can be so mean. I was willing to even forgive them for all the crappy things that they'd ever said to me. I was willing to like let that be water under the bridge and just be like, you know what? It's okay. We're friends now. It's fine. And they wouldn't even acknowledge that any of that happened. I was so upset. I was just devastated. And I remember telling my dad for years, I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to church. I hate going. I hate going because they're so mean to me. And my dad's answer was always, well, they just like you. My dad's a boomer, like he didn't know what to say. Not to mention it was church, so it's not like he had a principal he could go talk to. It's not like he had some teacher to go talk to and be like, hey, this is happening in your class. These were members of our church congregation. So my dad felt uncomfortable, didn't really know how to like process it. And also I think my dad thought I was making things up. Maybe not making things up, but like exaggerating. I was bullied so hard by those kids. I hated those kids so much. And when I finally got the gall to turn back and like dish some back out, I got into trouble. Because one of the kids left for Hawaii for like 2 weeks or something. And it was heaven, honestly. It was absolute heaven because he wasn't there. It was amazing. And, oh man, that's like where I want to be. Oh, this is where I want to be. Maybe? Yeah, this is where I want to be. No, this is not where I want to be. Oh, maybe. Over here. Yeah. So he left for like 2 weeks to go to Hawaii, and it was amazing. Or maybe he was gone for 3 weeks. I don't remember. He was the ringleader. And when he wasn't around, the other kids didn't really bother me because he wasn't there to like lead them in their charades. And when he got back, I asked him where he'd been. And he was like, I've been in Hawaii or something. And I was like, why'd you come back? I think I was 14. I was like, why'd you come back? And he goes, what? And I was like, well, everybody, and it's pretty clear. I mean, it's no secret that like nobody in this ward likes you or your family. So you might as well have just stayed. I got in so much trouble. My dad was like, Suze, you can't say things like that. And I was like, nobody is backing me up here. I've been bullied for years by these stupid kids. And I finally decided to take a stand and I get into trouble? Ugh. So irritating. Okay, now I have to catch up on this whole situation. My milkshakes. it was our hose, apparently. My mom was hosing off boys left and right. It was so funny. Water under the bridge was used to fill the balloons. True story. Chiron says, I went to a private Christian school growing up, but I'm not sending my daughter there because of how mercilessly bullied I was. Napsy says, kids have it rough in school these days. May not always be because of bullying, but may involve other things going on in their life that they have no control over. I was just so sick and tired. And I think, and unfortunately, I do think in church, bullying happens a lot. And it shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't be that way. That is the one place where people should be safe from any sort of, like, I will honestly say that our last church ward, and this ward as well, like, I teach the teenagers, and I've seen them. I cannot make heads or tails of this stupid dungeon. I knew I was gonna have problems. I knew it. I've seen the youth in this ward and our youth in our last ward, and they were so kind to one another. They were so inclusive. They were so sweet and so kind. I never saw any bullying happen. We even had a kid that came out as trans and wanted to be called, he was a biological male, but he wanted to be called a female name, and everybody, all the youth in the ward rallied with him and wanted to help out. And that kid still chose not to come to youth activities, not to come to church, not any of, and when Andrew and I talked about it, Andrew was like, I can tell you right now, it is not because they are being bullied. I know what's going on in that youth. I've seen what's going on in that youth group. Those kids are nothing but inclusive. That is that kid's choice. That kid feels uncomfortable for other reasons. It is not the other kids around them, because they have been nothing but inclusive. They are supportive. They go to everybody's band concerts and football games and all sorts of stuff. And it's the same thing with the wards here. That kid, Ryan Reynolds. So in our last two wards, we've had some really, really incredible youth groups. And I will say, I wonder if it's because of Utah, but Chiron was not in Utah. I don't know, what is it about? It's just wild to me that you can sit here and claim that, you know, you're practicing what Christ taught, and then turn around and, you know, make a 12-year-old girl go home and cry because you've said something so mean and awful. I just don't understand. We need to be better. And honestly, it comes with teaching our own kids. It comes with teaching our own kids and being like, look, this is not acceptable under any circumstances, and being open to the fact that maybe your kid is a bully. And you need to be able to, like, actually internalize that. Maybe your kid is a bully. Instead of just being like, no, that's not my kid. I know that's not my kid. What if it is your kid? Because that same thing happened to my brother. My brother was bullied by the older brothers of the kids that were bullying me. And when they were, younger, they convinced my brother to, oh, I don't have a key. They convinced my brother to go do some vandalism, which was crappy, but it is what it is. We had this neighbor that had a camper, and they put sand in the gas tank, and they cut all the wires. They ruined that camper. Oh. And my brother just like put the scissors covered in grease back in the kitchen drawer. I think he was 8. But he'd been basically talked into it by, and I'm not saying my brother wasn't guilty because he went along with it. He knew it was wrong. He went along with it. But when my dad heard what happened, and was basically, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I know where I am. Yeah. Yes. Sweet. When my dad found out about it, he asked my brother who was involved. He went and talked to the dad, and the dad said, "My son's told me what your son did, and I've taught my sons not to lie." So my brother took all the fall because those kids were freaking jerks. Yeah, so honestly, it comes down for the parents. Like, if you're gonna, I understand advocating for your kid, but I also, you've got to be willing to possibly be open to the reality that your kid could be a bully. Maybe your kid's a mean kid. Cody was bullied until he started doing martial arts. Yeah. If I have a kid that bullies someone, that ain't my kid. Yeah, we had a couple families in our ward when I was growing up that were just, they were very affluent and obviously just felt like they were kind of above everybody else, even though we were all members of the same church and we were all, like, we all went to church together. But it's like I'll say 100 million times, just because somebody is a Christian, member of a church, whatever, does not make that person a good person. There are plenty of people that are members of whatever religion that do heinous things, awful things. My clients always used to love coming into me when I was doing lashes. They used to love coming in and going, "Oh my gosh, did you hear about that guy that poisoned his wife? But he was Mormon." They loved coming in and spilling that tea. And I would be like, "Brenda, we've talked about this enough. Like, just because somebody is a Mormon does not mean that they're perfect." "Well, I know, but every other member of the church I've ever met has just been so nice." And I'm like, yeah, you're right. People can be nice and also do really crazy things. What's the first thing you hear about people that ended up being serial killers? "Oh, he was a really nice guy." Yeah. You just never know. Lindsay says, if kids are bullies, I feel like the parents might be part of the problem. Oh, for sure. Like, the parents that are just unwilling to be like, "Oh, absolutely not. My child would never do that." Instead of sitting down with their kid and having a conversation and being like, "Look, if I was ever told that Charlotte was being a bully, I would have a sit down conversation with her at eye level. And I would be like, I want to tell you some things I've heard. I've heard that you were saying this about this person, or I've heard that this person felt badly because you said this about them. Is that true?" I would have these really serious conversations with her. I would not come down and be like, "Hey, I hear you're being mean. You need to stop it." Like, we would have a real heart-to-heart about it. But Charlotte is such a sensitive little soul. Like, she would cry if she knew she had hurt someone else's feelings. Yeah, we had a lot of families like that in our ward in Utah. That's not to say that all wards in Utah are like that, because that is not the case by any means. I feel like I came into my own when I moved here to Texas, where I had to really decide whether I really believed what I believed or not. Instead of just being surrounded by like, yeah, well, the church is everywhere, because I was in Utah and I was in like the thick of it. I was in the Mecca, right? I was in Happy Valley. I was in central Utah. I was right outside Salt Lake City. So I was in that like Happy Valley, like, yeah, this is like where everybody's a member. And even the non-members know exactly what the church teaches because they've heard about it a million times over from all their neighbors. I was kind of like, oh yeah, this is just what I believe. Yeah, of course, duh. But then when I moved out to Texas, I had to be like, is this really what I believe? Am I willing to like die on this hill? Am I willing to like lose a job over not, like one of my things is working on a Sunday. I worked really hard not to work on Sundays because I believe Sundays should be a day of rest. And that's what the church teaches, is that it should be a day to rest from your labors, spend time with your family. Even Chick-fil-A isn't open on Sundays. And they're doing great. Hobby Lobby isn't open on Sundays either. And I think that's really commendable. Give your people a chance to hang out with their families and, rest up. You'll have happier employees. I worked for PF Chang's. We weren't open on Sundays either. And we did great. We actually made more money than the Salt Lake PF Chang's. And I came very close to losing jobs multiple times because I was like, I'm sorry, I can't work on a Sunday. I explained this from the very beginning when I got hired, that I was not willing to work on Sundays. And you said that was okay. And for you to come to me now, 6 months later, and say, oh, well, actually, we really need you to come in on Sunday because this and this and this, that's not my problem. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. I didn't ever lose a job because of it, but I came close. Again with this, Brenda? I'm like, listen, Brenda, do we have to talk about this again? Yeah, my clients loved coming in and being like, oh my gosh, I heard about that guy, or I heard about that lady, but she was Mormon. And I'm like, yeah, she's also a human being. Collector was bullied relentlessly for so many years. Around 14, I found my tennis group and changed my life. Bullying still happened, but my friends always backed me up. Having a solid friend, even if it's just one friend, can make all the difference in the world. And my brother was bullied in our ward as well, because my brother was overweight and he was into games. He wasn't a sporty type person. All the other boys in our ward were sporty kids. My brother was a musician and he liked to play video games and he was overweight. So he got bullied as well by the youth group. And that was another reason I got really angry with our youth group, because I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand how you can show your face at these youth groups and then come up to me and be like, where's your brother? I'm like, well, he doesn't come because of you. Yeah. I feel like I actually said that to one of them one time. And they were like, oh, what? I've called him out. And they were like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, no, he doesn't come. And I feel like my brother's problems with the church started really, really early on. My brother is not active at all. My sister isn't active at all. Those are their choices. And my brother made a choice. My sister made a choice. But I do feel like if my brother had had one ally, one person that was happy he was at church, that wanted him to be there, that was his backup, some ally, whether it was at church or not, whatever, he would have done so much better. But he didn't have one. So he went out and kind of found other people that were kind of like him, but that inevitably kind of sort of led him to get into some trouble. So
how does it feel to be owned by potassium?
Michael says the best argument against anecdotes is doubling the opposite of the argument. For example, I've known 10 people that went down that slide with no issue. Then you say, I know 20 people who lost their mind going down that slide. Well, he was Mormon, so he didn't put the poison into an alcoholic beverage, at least. Was anyone else a peer mediator in childhood? I got trained in everything and got to sit in on meetings between kids who were fighting or bully situations and help them resolve their problems. Seems like a job the adults should have been doing, but it was really interesting. Hey, Padawan, how are you? That is so interesting you say that, Lindsay, because I did the same thing. I actually was recruited for a group when I was in, I think it was 9th grade. I was recruited to be part of a group. I guess it wasn't, it was kind of bullying, but it was kind of along those lines. It was a group for troubled girls and girls that were struggling for one reason or another. And it was actually a really incredible experience that I wouldn't trade for the world. I got to know those girls. I got to help them. I still have, the lady who ran it gave us this CD with all these uplifting kind of girl power themed songs. And I still have it. And I'm really partial to it because I remember and we made this little shoebox. We wrapped up this shoebox in wrapping paper. We each made our own, and I still have it, and I have it packed full of all my notes, my handwritten notes from all my friends for my entire middle school and high school years. So that's interesting that you did that as well, because I've never met anybody else that was put in that situation. I don't know if I helped much, but I don't know, one of the girls that was in that group, her older sister, actually, they were in our ward. And her older sister actually committed suicide while they were in our ward. It was awful, awful. I never really became super good friends with her. I feel like I'm literally just running in circles. I legit... Oh, I have a key. Yeah, that was really awful. I think her... That does me no good. What? That literally... I think she was raised by her dad. I think it was 2 girls who were drop dead gorgeous girls, by the way. Seriously, some of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen in my life. And I think they were raised by a single dad. And they were in our ward for a couple years. Oh, it was awful. It was so awful. This doesn't help me! Maybe it does help me? Oh, yes, it does help me! Oh, wait. Does it, though? Nah. Oh. Oh, no, it still doesn't help me, because this dungeon is stupid. Jeez, crackers. In those formative years, community is invaluable. I'd be half the person I am without the good people around me 20 years ago. I wish my brother had had that. I really do. He had good friends. Like, sure, he had some great friends. But they were all, you know, kind of outcasts. And that's not to say that they were bad kids, by any means. But, I definitely would have wished for a little more solid friends for my brother. But like I said, he was he didn't have any support in our ward. And then when my brother was 17, he got his girlfriend pregnant, and then of course, oh man, then the rumor mill started, and our family was under scrutiny, and everybody wanted to talk about us behind our back. Nobody ever came to bat for my brother. No one. Not even our bishop. He walked by our house every single day, walking his dog. Never stopped by to see how Joe was doing, see what was going on, see if he could help. And I'm not saying these things to basically be like, yeah, these people were crappy people, and I've never forgiven them. I forgave them a long time ago. Ultimately, it just makes me feel sad, because I truly believe my brother's life would have been so different if he had had that sense of, like, caring from other people. He knew what was being said about him. He knew that our ward wasn't, like, rallying. He knew that they were talking crap about us and, like, talking about our family behind his back rather than, like, actually stepping up and being like, what can we do to help? Like, what do you need? What do you need? And I was like, let's see, Joe was 17. So I was, what, 15, 14? Like, I saw it, too. It was a huge faith-shaking experience for my dad. My dad has always been so solid and has had such a solid testimony all his life. He was born and raised in the church. That was a huge faith-shaking experience for him because he was like, this is the time when my family needs help the most and nobody is willing to give it to us. It was really frustrating. Forgive him for what? Part of love is accepting our faults. Oh, I'm saying, like, I held on to animosity for the people in my old ward that I grew up in because I was angry with them for the way they dealt with that situation. I held on to the animosity for the way they dealt with it and the fact that they did not help my brother. And I have long since let go of that and been like, you know what? Forgiveness is the best thing I can do. I don't need to like, I don't need to hang on to that anymore. I held on to a lot of resentment for the bullies of my brothers and for just our entire ward. But like, obviously I was going to rally with my brother. Like my brother, that's such a complicated story. And now of course everything has come full circle and everything fell apart again. I feel really bad for Joe. He's going through a hard time the other day. Shane says, thankfully, I had some decent friends as a teenager. Kind of sucks, though, that none of us are friends today. We just scattered. Yeah, that's kind of how I am with my friends. I'm not as in touch with very many of them now. Lindsay says, interesting. I went on to study psychology, so my teachers must have seen something in me. Oh, see, I did not. They were just like, hey, that Susie girl talks a lot. She can fill all our meetings. She just talks a lot. I was relatively confident when I was in 9th grade. Like, I remember 8th grade was awful. 8th grade was the worst year. I hated 8th grade. I wanted to, like, change schools. And then my family thought about moving. And then when it just didn't end up working out, and we couldn't sell our house, and it just was not meant to be, I was like, you know what? Okay, all right, okay. I have to go back into that school. I'm going to do it with my head held high. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I'm actually going to enjoy this year and just be who I am. And it was the best year I ever had. Absolutely best year I've ever had. 9th grade was like the great year because I just didn't care anymore. I let all of it go. And apparently that showed because that's when they grabbed me and they were like, hey, do you want to be part of this group? And I was like, sure. Sounds like a great time. Collector finished this dungeon in your honor the other day. Didn't I run in circles for hours? Yep. Did it eventually end? Yes. Okay. Yeah, we got Momo. Bless her. Love Momo to pieces. Sad the way it happened because there was a lot of drama involved in that. But, you know, it happened the way it happened. And Joe is still a big part of Momo's life, and I'm really grateful for that. Oh, that is not a key. What is that? Pray tell. I don't know. It's complicated. Human relationships are so complicated. They're so complicated, and I don't know. Obviously, I've had to come to grips with my own frustrations and feelings toward, you know, can I? Oh, no. How do I hate this dungeon so much. Ah! It just goes to show you, well, if anything, this should just go to show you that even as a member of the church doesn't mean doesn't mean like I'm exempt from trials. Doesn't mean that bad things don't happen to members of the church, because we've had our fair share of bad things happening. My parents divorced. My brother got his girlfriend pregnant when he was 17. Had all sorts of issues following that. My brother was bullied. I was bullied. Like, I went through the darkest period of my life. When Ander was in, like, the happiest part of his life, he was on his mission, living it up, having the time of his life. He loved his mission. And I was, like, in darkness for those 2 years with a depressed mom. Oh, yeah. Just because somebody is a member of a church, somebody's Christian or whatever, does not mean that they do not have trials, because trials are for everyone. Maybe. Oh my gosh, this is where I need to be! Oh, yeah! Oh, hallelujah. Church is true. Hallelujah. It's amazing to have seen the joy in Joe playing games with you after hearing these stories. Perseverance of potassium. Yeah, Joe is a fighter, and he is somebody who, you know, he has definitely had struggles. But, you know, he's not going to
be owned by potassium.
He is not one to just throw in the towel. He's not one to just, you know, just be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna give up now. That's not the type of person Joe is. And he's never been that way. Joe's been through a lot. Oh my gosh. Hallelujah. Okay, but wait. I saw another one. Oh no, I don't want to do that again. How did I get there? Oh, wait, I remember. Ander bullied me in middle school. Plot twist. Have I checked Guilt? That's so funny, Hulk. You're the second person that's mentioned that game to me. So, Grandpa actually donated funds toward either Guilt or My Friendly Neighborhood, and I haven't decided which one I want to get yet. He just donated funds and was like, either of those two, you let me know, whatever. Guilt looked kind of Little Nightmares-ish, but not as horrifying. Am I the middle child and the oldest daughter? Yep. Middle child, oldest daughter, mother hen, hands down. All my clients for the longest time thought I was the oldest child. For the longest time. Every time, whenever my client would find out my brother was older than me, they'd be like, wait a minute, what? I thought your brother was younger than you. Yeah, I get that a lot. Yep. So, when my mom passed away, which still feels weird when I say that, I felt this massive burden because I don't know, I felt like it was, once again, it was my job to take care of my siblings, and it was my job to get them through this. And I'm the executor, so I had to be the one to be like, all right, let's get the apartment cleaned out. Let's do this. All right, I'll call the bank. I've got to call this. I've got to change her address. I've got to do this. I've got to do this. And Joe and Katie kept saying things like, Joe and Katie kept saying, how can we help? How can we help? And I'm like, just play games with me? Like, that's the only way. That's the only way you can help. It was so nice to have them here, though. That was so nice. I think because this is here, I think I'm supposed to throw this way now. Yeah. Get out of town. Get out of town. Lindsay is also... Lindsay is also, wait, what did you say? Middle child, oldest daughter. It is a wild thing to be, man. I don't know if I can buy... You know what? They're all on PlayStation. Remember you said, Jane, that PlayStation was having some big sale? All those games are on sale on PlayStation right now. I don't know. I really shouldn't spend the money. We've got... Oh. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's time this, right? That's not exactly what I meant, but okay. Okay, all right. We have one more thing. I think I'm doing this right. I think I'm doing this right. Okay. Forgiveness is hard to find, but when you do, it is quite freeing. Forgiveness can be easier on some things and harder on other things. It took me a long time to forgive all the people that treated my brother poorly. Because I remember as a kid being like, now wait a minute. Here we are in this youth group talking about Jesus Christ and how he was the perfect example. And who did he spend time with when he was here? The sinners, the sick, the poor, the needy. And then you're gonna turn around and like bully my brother because, I don't know, because he doesn't play soccer like you? Or my parents aren't rich like your parents? We are the coolest house on this street, man. My parents are way cooler than your stuck-up parents. My parents were so cool. I mean, come on. I had my dad that was a theater professor. I had my mom who was a music teacher. Granted, we were also the loudest house on the street because my brother had a drum set in our basement. You could literally hear it up the street. So, you know, there's that. Forgiving others is hard. Forgiving yourself is harder, in my opinion. I agree, Napsy. 100% agree. Haters gonna hate. Susie's gonna do Z's what she wants. Did I know Ander for most of my life? No, I knew Ander. We met in high school. And I was head over heels for him from the second I met him. But then we didn't actually... we didn't actually date until 4 years later. Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, that is exactly what I wanted. Oh, not related, for sure. I pinky swear. Hey, it's Dad Pods! Yeah, I think I watched a trailer for Guilt. But I don't know, it's been a while since I watched it. Oh, hold on, I gotta catch up on chat. Game recognizes game! Okay, so as far as the 4 Deku deals things going, oh, you know what? It's funny that you say that, Michael, because...
Hello?
Hey, it's Jay! I had this conversation with Joe one time, and I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna make me seem like a really awful person. Full transparency. What I said was mean. And I knew it was mean, but I said it anyway. And I was feeling particularly prickly at the time. And I just want to give a disclaimer here that it was wrong and I never should have said it. And I have since learned the error of my ways. I had, I was talking to Joe and I was like, I said, oh, hey, I noticed that, does it not? Oh, yes, it does. Oh! Oh. Where the heck? Oh my goodness. I understand. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. We were having this conversation and I had seen on Facebook that one of my brother's, you know, old longtime bullies was something he was celebrating being sober for X amount of years. And I said something like, I was talking to Joe on the phone and I said something like, did you know that so-and-so apparently became an alcoholic and had to go through like, you know, AA or whatever? And then in a really mean thing that I knew was mean, I said something like, oh, well, you know, guess that's kind of like karma, right? Or something rude like that. And Joe goes, that was really mean. And I said, yeah, it was. And I was like, how could you possibly defend him? He bullied you and was so mean to you. And Joe was like, Suze, that was years, like, are you still hung up on that? That was years ago. Years ago. I've moved on from that, and it's time you did too. And I was like, do I feel sheepish? Yeah, so my brother definitely forgave those people a long time ago.
Here we go. Okay, this is for 1 minute and 30 seconds only, not 3 minutes. 3 minutes is too long. It makes my guns hurt. Right. Right. I don't know how to get back now. I'm stuck. That was not where I thought this filler was. Oh. How do I get back? Am I supposed to fall? Oh, I'm supposed to fall. Gosh, dang it. I defended my brother over and over and over again. Like, I never sided with any of the bullies or anything. I was never quiet about it because that is what makes kids, like, sounds, I don't know, maybe this is a little serious, but like, that's what makes kids, like, you know, commit suicide and get eating disorders and stuff. Like, you can't mess around with stuff like that. You can't do that. You gotta be somebody's advocate. People need you. My brother needed someone. So yeah, I was gonna defend my brother. Heck yes, I love my brother. You guys love my brother. He's an amazing person. Oh! 33 seconds! Okay. I know. Here I am, like, spilling my soul. I'm like, I love it! Oh my gosh, you guys, I think I did it! The whole thing's gonna come tumbling down. Yes! Hallelujah! Yes! Oh, man. Of course I was going to defend my brother. My brother is
My favorite people in the entire world. And I was just so amazed that any of that kind of behavior could go on in a church ward when we were literally being taught to be Christ-like. I was like, I don't understand. Oh man. So I've never seen Hellraiser, but I am almost positive that one time in my life I saw a snippet from Hellraiser. I could not tell you what it was like. But I think my roommates were watching it when I was living in southern Utah. And it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I said, I don't remember exactly like what went down, but I just remember I was just walking through the family room and I was horrified. And I am almost positive that it was Hellraiser that they were watching. So naturally, I Wikipedia'd it. Because that's what I do with scary movies. I can't handle watching them, but I Wikipedia the heck out of those plot lines. I don't remember anything about it, really. But, yeah, no. I need to get in there! Susie's gonna overnight mail that mouse spreader to Joe's bullies. Biological weapon. What do I have? I don't know. I should watch the Mr. Rogers movie with Tom Hanks. It's all about forgiveness. I cried so much watching it. Oh, I believe it. That does not surprise me in the slightest. Mr. Rogers was a legend. Kind person. Forgiveness is hard. It's really, really hard. There's a beautiful song about forgiveness from this show, Jane Eyre? Was it Jane Eyre? I can't remember if it was Jane Eyre. Was that a musical? Yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but dang it. Now I can't get to where I needed to go. Darn. Oh, I think I need to fall. Oh no, he's gonna steal my shield. Oh, beans. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, that's good. No! No, he's gonna take my shield. Oh no, he didn't either. What? Do like-likes do the same thing in this game? I thought like-likes stole your shield. What? A serious conversation with Susie. I love my brother. Yeah, I was definitely no, Lindsay, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Oh, that means a lot. Especially since I feel like I'm a mess today. Oh! Yeah. This is where I need to be. Okay, wait. Jay says, I was bullied really bad as a kid into high school in a predominantly LDS town. See? I don't know what that is. I mean, I feel like as a kid, you can't really escape bullying. Kind of, it's always gonna happen, but it should never happen in a place where you are literally, oh, that's it? That is what I went through all that effort for? Come on now. I have the nightmare key, like, yeah, speaking of. how is those things? How do I get... Oh. Okay. Okay. Ow, I did that last time. Okay. Can I hook shot over there? Oh, sweet. Oh! Okay. Oh no! Oh, maybe if I jump? Yeah. I bring it up a lot, but Big Fish is another great movie about forgiveness. Oh my gosh, I cannot watch Big Fish without sobbing. I think Big Fish is a lovely, lovely movie. Nope, that's not what I needed either. Okay, I need the thingy thing. I need the changey changer. I need the crystal! Ugh. I cannot think straight. I'm probably gonna have to sign off after this dumb dungeon. This dungeon. Because I need to sleep! Ah! Oh my gosh. This dungeon is straight up bullying! This dungeon sucks! I hate this dungeon so much, but you know what? I did it. Well, almost. Oh, yeah! That's what I need. You. Ow. No. I think that's still okay? Yes, we're just gonna take the long way around. Martin's jumping in a work meeting. I feel like it just makes it worse when the people are supposed to act better, but in general, there are bad apples everywhere and good apples. Here I am trying to lecture Susie about forgiveness when she has forgiven me so many times. Yeah. No. I don't feel like anybody in this... I don't feel like anybody in my Twitch community has ever done anything that I feel like is so... I don't know. We all make mistakes, man. And who am I to not forgive when I make stupid mistakes and do dumb things? I don't know. It's like I said, it's like I advocate every single time I log off of my stream. Always choose kindness. You never know what somebody is going through. You should always choose kindness because that can literally change somebody's life. Oh, son of a freaking half troll. Really? Dungeon. Martin made some bigger friends that stood up for me. That's the way you do it. Oh, there's a thing right here. That is so excellent. Ooh, that could have gone wrong. Look at my hair. Look at this. I'm a mess. Oh, my lands. Okay. Are we in, like... No, we're not. Okay. Okay. Everything's gonna be different now. Yep. Yes. Everything is different now. Oh, no! We've been here. What? Oh, there's the door! Oh my gosh. Hey, it's Costco! Costco man, doing the things that a Costco man can. That will forever remind me. Oh. Well, now, how does that work? What? That doesn't make any sense. Unless I can get to it through the... Oh. That does make sense. Susie's followers are the nicest grub cakes around. Only the best. Grub cakes. Did you guys see what just happened? I am almost positive that did not happen in the original game. Hey, it's Koala! AMD is gonna die on this hill. It's Suzette's! Grub cakes. Suzette's! Oh! Okay. Oh, I'm ready. Yeah! Oh my gosh. Can anybody confirm, did that actually happen in the original game? Because I swear that did not happen in the original game. I didn't feel like you could actually, like, stop those things. I don't feel like you've ever been able to stop those things. Napsy's like, I don't want to be a... Oh! Secret medicine! Which I already have some on. Man, that makes the times I have found secret medicine 2. And I could have 2 extra secret medicines, but no. Oh, he's back. Whoa! Okay, okay. I've said this for a while. For the most part, there's a difference between Utah Mormons and all the rest. You know what, Jay? I hate to say it, but you are right. I don't know why that is either, because I've lived both, right? You've lived both. I don't know why that is. When I go back to Utah now, okay, I will say though, 100% honest, I will say, what? Oh. I will say that when I was out in Utah last, I went to church with my dad, and it was Fast and Testimony meeting, which is the first Sunday of every month. It's kind of like an open mic, and people can go up and they can talk about what they believe and what they know to be true, and they can talk about, you know, if they can share a story or something like that. And it's really lovely and it's great, and you don't have to, but people can if they want to. And a new temple was just built literally down the street from my dad and my stepmom. And so all these people were getting up and, oh, okay, yeah, no, I remember this. You are the guy. Okay, yep. Bah! I am not going to hold back. I'm going to make you wish you were never born. Joke's on you. This is a dream. Oh, okay. We did it! We beat the evil eagle! Okay, we at least, like, finished. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just... Oh! Oh, I vaguely remember this. Ah! Oh, oh! Okay. Bad situation. Oh, that was a new move! Did he do that in the last game? Oh! Yeah! I have 30 viewers right now? Wow. I am so honored. I don't even... That number doesn't show up anywhere on my screen, so... I love each and every one of you. You could be anywhere and you're hanging out with me? Even though I'm kind of a mess today, I'll be better tomorrow. Totally better tomorrow. Can confirm. Yeah, this is vaguely familiar. Oh, I was talking about being in Utah. Okay, so, so they had this meeting where people could go up and, like, talk about things that, you know, they believe to be true or whatever. And with this new temple opening, I was like, oh, okay, everybody's gonna go up there and be like, I'm grateful for the temple, and it just brings the spirit, and I'm grateful for the prophet. And you know what? There wasn't a single person that went up and said anything like that. Every single person got up and had actual, legitimate, like, really powerful spiritual stories. And I was really touched by all the things people said. And I had I'd really judged those people without ever meeting them or knowing them or anything. And I felt really guilty. I was like, wow, I was a terrible person. I should be better. So, but I do feel like, I do agree with Jay. There's this weird difference between being a member of the church outside Utah and being a member inside Utah. That's not to say that all members of the church in Utah are bad people, you know, are not bad people, I'm sorry, are like not cool people, but there is a definite difference. There's just a difference because when you're in a place where everybody around you believes the same thing and you're never really stretched very far, I don't know. When you come to a place where you're not surrounded by people on every single side of you that all believe the same thing, you are forced to make that decision and be like, okay, is this like actually what I believe? Is this who I want to be? Is this what I want? And some people choose that and some people don't. So yeah, I was kind of judgmental of those people and I shouldn't have been. Can I jump and make that? No. Yeah! Oh, Eagles Tower is over! I've heard that referred to as a holy huddle. What is a holy huddle? Susie's like, I'm disgusting and not in shape, but everyone is glad you are here and lifting people. Oh, and you look great as usual. My energy's gone! I lost! But you will be lost too if the windfish wakes. Same as me. You are in his dream. See you later. Okay, wait. I will say sounds. Jay says, my small LDS town and how I was treated made me go inactive until I got married and moved to Chicago. Martin didn't get bullied at church, just at school. My brother was bullied, both. I think it might be the difference between choosing to be Mormon versus Mormonism choosing you. I really encourage everybody at some point to move out and like be on your own and not be, I mean, you know what? Whatever. Everybody can do what they want to do. Like, I'm not going to tell people how to live their lives. Nobody asked me. But I've seen what it did for my life and what it did for my testimony and my growth. I don't know. Everybody's different because there are people that do great in Utah and they're active and happy and it's awesome and they raise kids there and they feel safe there. And we got a little piano. Oh, the organ of evening calm. Bye, Martin. Thanks for being here. Oh my goodness. Oh, I remember where the last dungeon is. No, this is the second to last instrument. Ocarina. Oh, it's like, that's it? The music of the ocarina leads. What? Oh, I was thinking the other day, I think there's a fish I'm supposed to go learn a song from. Did this lead into Ocarina of Time? A huddle, like in football, when they're discussing the next play, but where church people only hang out with each other. I mean, Oh, Jay, I'm so sorry. I don't wish that on anybody. I really don't. I don't wish that on anyone. Everybody just needs to choose kindness. It's one of the reasons I stream. It's because I want to help spread as much positivity as I can. I like spreading positivity. I like people and meeting new people and hanging out with cool people. And that's one of my goals with streaming, is to just, I don't know, if I can bring a smile to at least one person's face through my streams, I consider that a success. Do I have any way to, like, warp out of here? Or do I just have to, like... Please mask up. Coughing into your microphone. Gosh dang it, I wish I had that pop filter. Oh, this is the way down. Woo. Yeah, okay. You're right, Susie. Get out of your comfort zone is so good for you. I agree. I think people need to get out of their comfort zone. Oh wait, I think this is where the fish is. No, I think he's this way. I could swear. No, I could promise everyone that. Oh yeah, he's over here. Yeah. Yep, there he is. Sweet. I think they did that on purpose. Hey, you. I have an ocarina now. I am Manbo, child of the sunfish. Remember when I first came in here? It's a baby wheel. Yeah. Yep. The fish is behind the waterfall. I do remember that. He's the one who gives you the flippers. Oh, I am ready to hear this song. Give it to me. Oh my gosh, I remember this. And I remember the eyes going in all those different areas. You could give the frog a lesson or two. Because his song was all over the place. This is Zelda 4. Ocarina of Time is 5. I did not know that. Okay, wait. Martin said, I want my daughter to grow up around some diversity. Spend time with people that don't believe the same things, think the same way, or look the same as her. That wasn't going to happen if we stayed in Utah. I feel the same way. I love that my daughter has friends that are of our faith and friends that aren't. And has and has a really diverse class. And I just really love that. I love that. I didn't have that growing up. I grew up around all the same things, that everybody all believed the same thing. It was more like when I was growing up, it was more like if I had somebody in my class, like in middle school or something, that wasn't a member, I just assumed everybody was a member. And then if I found out somebody wasn't a member, it was this weird like, oh, you mean they're not a member? What? And I'm not proud of that at all, but like, that's how I grew up, because I grew up thinking everybody around me was a member of the same faith. But I almost feel like it went, when you play my mambo, you can warp to a warp point around the island. Wait, what? That would have been really helpful right now while I was, well, no, because that got me here. And since today's a special day, I'll let you warp to Mambo's pond too. Cha-cha-cha! Oh, Mambo, you are the best. Okay, wait. So if I play this song, I get to just warp around the whole map? Because that would be stupendous. I'm going to try it out. I'm missing an ocarina song. Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Where am I going now? I know I have to go up here. But I don't remember how I get up there. Cody says, I'm not LDS, but I was in a church in the Midwest and some of the worst people I've ever met. It didn't put me off from God, just makes me feel sad for them. Yeah, it's hard because I know that it's not I know that it's not a God thing. It's a human beings have flaws thing, which is why I chose not to leave the church when everything went down with like my brother and when we went through all that craziness with when he got his girlfriend pregnant and everything, because I knew, even when I was a teenager, I knew deep down that like this was not something for me to be like, well, God is just stupid then. It was more like, wow, these people are idiots. But I was able to separate the two and be like, okay, well, I believe in a God, but I also know people are flawed and nobody's perfect. And these people are obviously making really poor choices. You know, I was mad about it. Trekkie, how are you? That's the fun thing about razors. You get to use the things that make you feel like you're going to flip over or bottom out the suspension. I'm really used to high speeds on trails now and rock crawling and that sort of stuff. Okay, these are like little vehicles, right? I think I actually need... Oh, I guess I can go here. Oh, That's Manbo's Bond. Perfect. What do you mean nobody's perfect? Well, I mean, except me. Naturally. I am perfect. Everybody else, not so much. What is this house? Oh, is this Crazy Tracy's house? Dude, I love Crazy Tracy. Look at that fabulous bow up on her head. Yo, where is the cameraman? I swear there's a cameraman. Is this the cameraman? He doesn't have a camera on his house. This is Dampe's shack. Okay. I believe in a perfect God and a perfect Savior, but not perfect people. Agreed. Agreed.
We came here to burgle your turds.
Burgle your turds. Seriously, that is such a great show to watch in October. September, October, fall, Over the Garden Wall. Great show. Great show. Good times. Good times all around. Oh, that show was great. And it definitely threw me for a loop, man. I don't know what I was expecting, but that was not it. This is very, very good. It's on Hulu. I think it's only one season, I believe. So, Link and Zelda are perfect. Yeah, that comment was so interesting to me. I mean, I disagree, saying that, you know, everything was Zelda's fault or whatever, but it was just wild. I hadn't really considered looking at it that way, but I thought the game was perfect, so, you know, I had just not thought to, like, check anything out. I was just like, yep, this game is perfect. I love it all. Made me cry pretty hard. Hulu ain't streaming outside borders. Well, then we'll have to do a watch party then. It's seriously, I think it's only one season, and the episodes are really short. They're not as short as Bluey. Bluey's episodes are only like 7 minutes. But I think they're 12 minutes. They're pretty short, but it works. Elijah Wood does a voice in it. Christopher Lloyd also does a voice in it. It is wackadoo. I'll just throw that out there right now. But you know what? It's very reminiscent of this kind of weird wackadoo stuff I used to watch as a kid. Not in like the Gahan Wilson's Diner type wackadoo, but it was definitely wackadoo. It was definitely some odd stuff. My mom would have loved Over the Garden Wall. This morning I was driving, we went to the bank, Auden and I went to the bank because we had this gigantic thing of coins to put in their coin machine. And so we went to the bank, and as we were driving, she loves listening to Dance Mode from Bluey these days. So we listened to Dance Mode. And then she told me she wanted to listen to the Bird song. So I got to take my girls to go see the Bluey play live in Austin. And it was so much fun. Absolutely worth it. It was an absolute blast. My girls loved it. I loved it. We were just enchanted. And it's the song that plays in the episode The Weekend. But anyway, it's this really sweet little song. And at the very beginning, Bingo is talking to a walking leaf, and she's saying, "Are you a leaf? But you're walking." Oh, hey girl, hey. How the heck did you get over there? Like, where did you think you were gonna go? Oh, okay. I forgive you then. What should I do? I'm afraid of heights. I'll save you. Yoink. Yow! That was a surprise. Oh no! Oh yeah! Okay. Oh, what show are we talking about? Over the Garden Wall. Kids bargaining for another episode before bath. Well, it's only 5 more minutes. Yeah, true. You're welcome. Wait a minute. Is she gonna teach me a song? How old are we here? Like 10? 12? Wait a minute. Rumi's like, sorry, but Chandra is actually perfect. And it's her birthday today. Oh my gosh. Wish her a happy birthday from us, please. Please, please. She deserves it. The best. Chandra's perfect. Mystery Chandra person. Anyway, so Bingo in the song is talking about this little walking leaf. And then, like, as the music's playing, I remember in the episode, like, the leaf, like, flies away or, like, walks away or something. And she goes, goodbye. Have fun. I'll miss you. And as I was driving this morning, I just had a complete emotional breakdown. I don't know, for some reason it made me think of my mom. I really wish I could bring myself to put together, like, some... Like, we're having a memorial in October. And I really wish I could bring myself to put together some sort of, like, movie. Like, you know, piecing together all the little videos and pictures and stuff we've had of her over the years. But I just can't bring myself to do that right now. Maybe I can in a month. I don't know. I don't know. So it just happens at, like, the weirdest times. I've had 2 emotional breakdowns over the last week. She was gonna tell me she loved me. That was kind of a weird exchange. Link is always 10? Yes. Like Ash Ketchum. He's always 10. Oh. Oh, so my guess is that's the 3rd song I need to learn on the Ocarina? Okay. Tears of the Kingdom, Link must be in his mid-20s, since 7 or 8 years must have passed since Breath of the Wild. I agree. How old is he in Breath of the Wild? Like 16? Or something? I kind of sort of had a crush on Link in Breath of the Wild, and then I was talking to my sister about it, and she was like, Susie, he is a child. I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? I thought he was like 20. Apparently I was wrong. And then I felt like a horrible person. Oh gosh, I need to get all that stuff figured out. We gotta figure out where we're putting my mom. I am dreading that phone call from the funeral home. Going and picking up her ashes. Because I have to do that alone. Well, not necessarily. Ander could come with me, but it just depends. Oh, that's a warp point! Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can I blow up that rock? Ha! Do I go in down here? Oh, I think I do. Birthdays must be so much more fun in Houston because we don't have anywhere good to eat here. Young Lonk is 9. This Link is linked to the past Link. He came here on a boat by himself seeking adventure. Definitely older than 10. I was gonna say, Link to the past Link is not 10. He's gotta be at least in his teens. Shane says, my son is 11. He couldn't save leftover chicken fingers, let alone the world. Okay, this all makes sense now. Boop. I gotcha. I understand. And there is a warp point. Hallelujah. Eh. Oh, you are blue, and therefore more frightening? Yes! I remember this place. Vaguely. Get out of town. Get out of town. Okay, I'm supposed to play the ocarina for you? This awful song. I don't know how active you are on Insta, but that's all I post is food pics on my stories. Everyone in the GeoGuessr community knows me as that guy. Food good. You post some delicious pictures on the Discord, man. I do kind of remember this. How does this go down? How does this happen? I'm getting ready. You are so frightening. Do I throw bombs at you? At your neck? Oh, that got him. No! Dang it. Dang it, Alden. Heck. Oh, get him. Oh, dang. How the heck are you supposed to... Oh! Oh my gosh! Okay, so if you let him hit the wall... Okay, I'm gonna run out of bombs. Okay, that makes it better. That makes it better. Makes it easier. Oh, look at him. He's like... There's a dragon in there. Like, legit. Yeah, isn't there... Oh, he is not a turtle. He is most definitely... He is most definitely a dragon. Is there a Turtle Rock in Link's Past,
How
right?
does it feel to be owned by Potassium?
Hey, it's Joe! How are you? So good to see you. Happy Wednesday. How does it feel to be owned by Potassium? Yeah, Joe's been through a lot. My brother's been through a lot in his life. My sister's been through a lot as well, but my sister had a really solid group of friends during middle school and high school. My sister probably had the most solid group of friends out of all of us together. Like, I had pretty good friends, but I also feel like my sister had, by far, the most supportive group of friends that she still is super good friends with. All my friends have all kind of sort of dispersed. All Joe's friends have all kind of dispersed as well. Katie has held on to her friends. They are wonderful people, and I'm so glad. Oh, okay. In comparison to the last dungeon, I really like this dungeon a lot. This is a great dungeon. However, I think it's time for me to sign off because I don't want to get started on a dungeon. Because I only have 10 minutes until I would sign off anyway. I was going to sign off at 2:30, but I decided against it. Now I'm slightly regretting that because I could have gone and laid down, but that's okay. I am okay, Joe. I could be better. I am still recovering. I don't feel 100%, but I'm okay. I didn't sleep like at all last night because I slept on and off all day yesterday. So I feel like I'm really dragging today. And then Ander, my husband, came down with whatever this is. So this morning, he does not feel great today either. But my baby already had it. She had it yesterday. No, 2 days ago. And so the last person to get it is Charlotte, maybe. I'm kind of expecting her to get it, honestly. I've just told her each day, I'm like, if you start feeling crappy at school, you just let your teacher know and we'll come get you. But Ander works on Friday and Saturday, so he was like, ugh, just get it over with. Like, just get me sick now and then just get it over with. But the only reason I say that is because I don't want to get a dungeon started and then have to sign off in 10 minutes. So I'm not going to necessarily, like, leave right at this second, but we'll just chat for a second because I don't want to get a dungeon started when I only have. So, next week's streams are going to be a little, it's going to be a little weird because, my dad will be here from, let me see. I beg your pardon. I just got an email that said... Wait, what? Oh, no. I got a text message that said... USPS. The package has arrived at the warehouse and cannot be delivered due to incomplete address information. Confirm your address at the... What? I don't know if I trust that. Yeah, no. It came from an iCloud.com thing. Spam! Scam! Spam! Spam a lot. I am getting a package tomorrow. That's my pop filter for this. And then I'm hopefully getting Charlotte's, DJ's like, oh, hey. Hopefully that's Charlotte's sleeve that's coming either today or tomorrow. I got her a black, like, compression sleeve. I was going to paint it to look like Raru's arm for her birthday. But I have so much work to do for that. I definitely, I will say I'm glad I got sick now rather than like next week. But my dad will be here Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? No, Tuesday. Oh my gosh, he's leaving on my stepmom's birthday. My dad is coming out alone. You guys, this is a big deal. My dad and my stepmom do not do things solo. They do everything together. So when my dad was like, I'm going to come out there, but it's just going to be me. I was like, what? That's why I was like, hey, we should play Halo. My dad loves Halo. I don't even own it. But if he told me he wanted to play it, I would buy it in a heartbeat. Absolutely. I know. That's what I'm kind of secretly hoping. That would be so much fun. Although I will say my dad's gotten older. He's not quite as like super like he's not like Joe anymore. Joe is just kind of like, Joe's young and has lots of energy. My dad isn't really like that anymore, but it's just kind of astounding to watch my dad just be like, okay, well, so over this hill, there's going to be one of those things and they're going to come down and there's going to be a whole bunch of grunts and a whole bunch of those, what are they called? Jackals. Yeah, so you go take those out. And then over here, there's going to be another one that's going to come down. And there's going to be an invisible guy. I'll take the invisible guy. You worry about the jackals and the grunts, okay? So we'll do that. And everything will play out exactly as he says. And then he'll be like, all right, nice job. Okay, so now we're heading to the next point. So there are going to be 2 enemy dropships that come from over this way. There is a guy with a sword. Just be careful. And he'll literally call out every single thing that happens in the whole level, and it will literally play out exactly as he says. I feel like he's just controlling the whole thing, and he's just dragging me along for the ride. I am so bad because the original Halo doesn't allow you to invert your cameras. I play with both inverted, and so it takes me a long time to get used to like having one be inverted and one not. Nowadays, you can change it on like the actual Xbox or with your Steam account or whatever. I feel like I could do a little bit better with that, but it's just amazing how he can just call everything and he remembers it all so much. I can't time out that text from here. I would love to stream with my dad, but I can't make any promises because my dad may not be interested in doing that, and I obviously don't want to be like, okay, but you should do it anyway. But, you know, I'll talk to him because Charlotte will be at school, and Auden's gonna have to go down for a nap anyway. But like I said, my dad also needs naps. So I can very easily see him being like, oh, it's time for Auden to take a nap. Also time for me to go back to my Airbnb so I can take my nap. 100% can see that happening. So I can't make any promises. We could read a play aloud though, like the play that my brother wrote, The Respect and Denial. I've been meaning to read that aloud on stream forever, and I just keep forgetting. We should have done it while Joe was here. Dude, I need naps too. I should have taken one today, but I decided to push through because hopefully now I'll sleep tonight. We can either do that or, you know, I don't know. But so just as a heads up, next week's streams might be a little bit wonky, just depending on how the week kind of goes or how it plays out. But Labor Day is Monday. That means for many people, in the US, they will not have work. So that is a perfect day to do some sort of community stream, Gang Beasts, Fall Guys. I'm up for Among Us as well. I can't think of any other online games I have that I could potentially play with people. I know Overcooked 2 has online capabilities. I don't have Overcooked 2. I have Gang Beasts. Gang Beasts is not cross-platform, but I have it on Steam and I have it on Switch. So if anybody wants to play some Gang Beasts, we'll talk about all of this on Discord as well. But yeah, we're hoping to, my guess is Charlotte will probably come down with whatever I've had, over the next couple days. I'm hoping she comes down with it over the weekend and we can just kind of take it easy over the weekend. And that way we will all be rested and well for my dad to be here and for Charlotte's birthday. I would really like to I'd really like to do a piñata making stream, but I don't know. I don't know if I've bitten off more than I can chew regarding birthday stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I've never made a piñata before. I've been told that I should use either paper mache or I can use cardboard, but I've also been told I shouldn't use paper mache or I shouldn't use cardboard because both arguments are that they're hard to break. And I was like, well, isn't that the point of a piñata? This is the first birthday party we're gonna have like multiple boys at. Charlotte's inviting her whole Sunday school class. Charlotte is also the only girl in her Sunday school class, but we'll have a couple girls here as well. So I don't know. Like, I feel like, isn't that the point of a piñata? I don't know. So I have to kind of make some decisions on that. But anyway, I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me today. I know today was kind of a mess. I sound kind of like a mess. Thank you all for your patience and your appreciation, or for your understanding over the last 2 days. I do not like missing streams. I love streaming. It fills my bucket. It makes me feel good, and I love spending time with my people and my friends and my community. So I have definitely felt the loss over the last 2 days. I definitely needed to just be in bed, though. I was freezing. I was under like 3 blankets. I was so feverish. So at least I'm not fevered today. Just very, very tired. Are we talking non-violent piñatas? I mean, I would imagine that for a paper mache piñata, you can choose how many layers you do, right? Like, I have an old beach ball that's been sitting out in our yard that's totally bleached completely from the sun that I would be using. I was going to do a bokoblin and just use a circle and then cover it with paper mache, pop the balloon, like pop the ball inside, and then just stick like cardboard ears and like a cardboard nose and eyes on it for a bokoblin face, you know? Relatively easy, right? But you can also do just like draw the outline, cut it out of cardboard, cut 2 pieces out of cardboard, and then just stick them together and then do like a thin piece of cardboard around the outside. That's what a lot of piñatas are in the stores these days. I hope so, Joe. I don't know. I may be biting off more than I can chew. I don't know. I wish I had you here, you artistic person, you. I bought this compression sleeve, this black compression sleeve for Charlotte. I want to paint it as Raru's arm from Tears of the Kingdom. But the painting on it, like the armor stuff on it is gold. And I was like, oh, well, I thought it was white, but my memory is serving me poorly because of course it's gold. It's not white. It's gold. So I'd have to paint over it with white fabric paint, and then I'd have to paint over it again with some sort of gold paint. It doesn't have to last, you know, it's just one day. So I don't know. I have to do some thinking, but there's a possibility that will also happen next week as well. I can use gold leaf. What is gold leaf? What is that? A paint? Is that a brand? Is that a store? Working on stuff for a medieval tea party right now for a girls group with my church. That sounds amazing. We just had our activity last Saturday that went really well. Maybe I got sick from it. I don't know. Who's to say? We had the biggest turnout we've ever had for one of those activities. It was a paint and sip. We had like mocktails where we used sparkling soda. We used like the cheap Walmart brand that's like 75 cents for a liter. And then we had like berries and we had ice and we had juice to add to that. And then we had this lady in our ward like teach us how to paint. And I left early so Auden could go down for a nap, but it was so much fun. We had a great time. It's very thin gold paper, like aluminum foil, comes in sheets. Well, wait, but would that stick on? Oh, fabric paint pens. Oh, that's wise. That's very smart. Would bye Hayes, thank you so much for being here. Would gold leaf work on fabric? I don't know. Once I get the sleeve, I'll be able to kind of look at it, but I have some plans I need to make. I did make the invites, but I haven't gotten them in the mail because I've been sick, and now I'm going, do I even need to send them in the mail? Maybe I could just send digital copies. Just be like, sorry, I've been sick. I don't know. Anyway, don't ever forget how much you matter, how important you are. You are important to me. You are important to all those people around you. This world is a better place with you in it. You have so much to offer this world. I know there are times where it may seem like this world is a crappy place and there is no hope, but there is. You have so much to offer. I'm grateful you're a part of my community. I'm grateful you've chosen to come hang out with me. You can be anywhere and you're hanging out here, and I appreciate that. And you never know what somebody's going through, so just always remember to choose kindness. We talked a lot about bullying today. You just never know how your words can affect somebody, for better or for worse. So, always choose kindness. Don't ever be the reason somebody feels worse when they come away from talking to you. Listen, I have to end with those affirmations because I don't ever want you guys to forget. Every single one of you matters so much. I don't want you to forget that. Susie and Suzette's. Oh, a mild adhesive. Oh, interesting. You can get gold leaf in little vessels too, mixed with glue with a brush that you paint on. That's probably perfect. Do you just get it from, like, Hobby Lobby? I've never even heard of gold leaf before, but it sounds very exciting. Okay, that's something I need to look into. Rumi, please wish Chandra a very happy birthday from me and from all of us here. All of us grub cakes. Craft stores. Okay, all right. I need to make a trip down there anyway. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, provided nothing crazy happens, provided I don't get another fever, which would be extremely suspicious. But thank you all so much. I appreciate all the resubs today. And hopefully tomorrow I will be back to feeling like 100% like myself. But I will see everybody tomorrow. Everybody have a good rest of your day, your night, whatever. And yeah, I love you all. And I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. See you later. See you later. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that just dills my pickles.